What's up, guys? This is Mark from DsGenie, and I've been meaning to do this video for a while. Mike, and I'm gonna tag you in this, Mike. You actually requested this video, and when I was at the co-working space a couple days ago, I meant to do it because my internet is still fucked at home, but I just didn't, right? So I'm gonna do it today. So basically, what this video is about creating a niche store on eBay. Why, the advantages, why it's not necessary. I wouldn't suggest it's your first store or your primary store, but it does serve a purpose. So first I will link above the video I made about using two different accounts, because I mentioned making a niche store as your second account, right? So let me get into it. So the idea is, wow, I'm like all over the place. So the idea is to make a niche store, right? So what I want to do is I want to make an outdoor furniture store. So the idea is to find the source of the item first and work backwards. And I'll explain why, and then I'll explain the advantages, and I'll also try to go through how this could be applied, right? So I'm cheating a bit because I know a couple items that do sell. Now, what I really wanted to do was to make a bicycle store, because I know there are a ton of fucking mountain bikes on Walmart that I could make a store with on eBay, but I don't fuck was I saying? But the Walmart site wasn't working. I could try to load it right now and you guys can see. So right now I want to do like a outdoor furniture store. I want to focus on that. So the idea is to start with the source. So I'm starting with Academy. Find an item, go over to eBay and see if you could find it, and focus on those items. But you're still going to, let me see, you see it's still fucked. So you're still going to what do you call it? You still want to use those same parameters. You want to make sure that, what is this? Steel bench. I'm looking for actually a specific you want to make sure that on eBay it's still sold 4 times and that type of stuff. But it's really interesting because the search results that come up first are going to be the best ones anyway. So anyway, so these are the 4 mosaic. So let's open them up. Actually, no, fuck opening up. Let me just sit from here. Mosaic something park bench. Mosaic. Mosaic what? Fleur de lis. I'm just gonna fleur park bench. So in this store we'll be doing park benches, umbrellas. I know it's, what month are we in? We're in February? Right, so we're going into spring. So the idea is to list these things. Maybe you'll grab a couple sales from people down south, but you'll also and you'll catch up momentum. And as further north, I didn't even think that's so cool. I feel so cool about myself because I didn't think this shit through. So if you list this stuff now, you'll catch some momentum maybe from people down south, and as it goes into spring, you would have listed before a lot of people, okay? A lot of new listers. So we found a bench. It says 17 sold. Let's see how often it's sold. I already can kind of tell there is a little bit of margin there. But let's just see how often this shit sold. So remember, right? Remember one thing, guys. The interesting thing about doing it this way is that when you search for something, the best listings are going to be on top, right? That's what I find is really interesting. This dude is not a top-rated seller, which is sweet. And this shit did not sell 5 times in the past, 4 times in the past 30 days. So I would not list it, right? Remember, guys, it might take a little extra time, but you want to stick to listing like quality items, because you just don't want to list shit and it doesn't sell. This is a swing. I actually am sketched out about that because I remember selling this item like 4 years ago, and it kept going fucking out of stock. So remember, guys, I'm looking for items that sell at least 4 times. I may or may not. That's funny. This person's name is Divorced Mom. I feel bad for her. Let me see if it's selling a lot. This is not in the past 30 days. And the thing is, the main reason why these things wouldn't have sold in the past 30 days, because it's winter shit, right? I mean, it's winter right now. And this is why I wanted to do the bike thing, because I know bikes, and bikes kind of always sell. So let's search for steel park bench. But remember, you want to work backwards. So you have the item on Academy. You have these 3 items. They're all $58 because it's $50 plus $8 shipping below, right? So what I will do is I'll come over here. So the cost of the item is 58, and if I sell it for 70, let's see what the profit is. $3. And the great thing is, Academy, they don't charge you taxes in all the states like Walmart, so it actually works out pretty well. So I could sell this thing for as little as $70 and still make $3. But I can also buy gift cards on Raise.com for Academy for like 6% off. So I'll add another $3.50 on there. So so I'll make $7. So I would sell this for 70, and it is less than everyone else, which I think is sick. So let me see if I find. Actually, look, there's a motherfucker selling this for 70. Look, I'm a boss. That's just how it is. But these are also top rated sellers. All right. So 68, 95. Even if you sell it for 68, let me see something. You would make, like, I'm a dick when it comes to competing, right? I would make $5 and I would still sell that motherfucker for 68 just because, okay, so a lot of you guys who drop ship, when you list stuff, again, in my videos, you might have to go back and forth because when I'm doing this on the fly, I tend to go all over the place. When you list stuff from Walmart, you have to worry about the taxes in the sense that we only charge taxes in 27 states and we get charged in 48 states. But it balances out. But you don't want to have very small margins when listing from Walmart because of that difference. The sweet thing about Amazon, and I'm getting to Academy, is that we get charged taxes the exact amount equal to how much we charge taxes. So it's perfect. With Academy, we get charged taxes less in less states than how much we charge taxes. So Academy works out. When I'm listing Academy stuff, because I get discounted gift cards at a decent price at Raise.com, and I don't get charged taxes in this, I always receive taxes when I pay taxes, I could just be an idiot. A complete dick. So look at this shit. This did sell. Let me see. February. It sold 3 times in the past 30 days, right? Not actually 4. But my personal, I will still list this only because I know I'm going into winter and I want to catch that momentum. So for those of you guys, remember, if you're in DsGenie, I'll work with Kwesi on creating a process to do it backwards like this. But as of right now, let's just do it as if we're on eBay, right? So you have the listing. So that's one item I will sell. Boom, sell now and open it. Right? So remember, this is about creating a niche store, your second store. And the advantage of this is that every item you search, the ones on top are going to be the top ones, are going to be top selling items. So we sold one, but we also want to find the other models of these chairs. Because we have them, we know the source, right? So once we know that we want anything around $70 and above, and it's selling regularly, we can sell it. I don't know where that shit comes from. Right now I'm only looking for the 3 that I have. What you can also do as well, so I found one item, so that's it. We listed this item, right? That took me all of 9 minutes. It actually took less time than I thought. And this is with shitty ass third world internet. So rustic star bench. So I want to find the star bench. Star bench. Because I want to be as broad as possible when looking for the item. Because, as I said, eBay gives you the best listings. So if you're looking for a specific item, you make it broad, look for the image, see if it's sold 4 times and sell it. And remember, this is not the process that I'm telling you to sell every day. This is the process that I'm giving you to make a niche store. The same process could be applied when you're making a store to target to be a top rated seller, because top rated seller needs shit shipped quickly, so you could focus on working backwards from Kmart, working backwards from Amazon, but you need to have a certain level of experience so you don't go going in circles trying to find shit. Because for example, all right, so I found it. I don't know if this is a good price. The margin is sweet, but I don't know how many times it's sold. It only sold 17 times. So let me this process would only successfully work if you a divorced mom again. Would only successfully work if you have experience, and I'll explain why. Because you don't want to be just going in circles. This only sold twice, but again, I will go against my rules a little bit only because this niche store, the season for this niche store is coming up, right? Again, this is not my primary strategy, fucking understand me, but I am giving you a way to build niche stores so that you could, this is for experience, guys, so that you could focus on either becoming a top rated seller, building a second account, or just using a different way of finding items. So, nice margin. I will sell the same thing for like $72 just to be a dick, right? So that's 2 items. Let's find the other one. Oh, and the reason why I said you need experience is because, for example, if I want to create a niche store from Walmart, I know I'm going to look for bicycles, TV stands, that type of stuff. If I'm making a niche store from Kmart, I know I'm going to look for tools, car equipment, that type of stuff. If I'm making a niche store, I can make a mixed niche store of furniture from Walmart, Kmart. I can make a niche store from Home Depot because there are a ton of coupons and discounts for Home Depot. So, but I only know those things. I only know I can do bikes from Walmart, TV stands from Walmart, tools from Sears, furniture, all those things because of my experience. Not because, like, I can't really teach you that, which is kind of fucked. But this is more for you guys who have experience, who can look at a lot of this stuff and just kind of know. Alright? So I'm looking for the, so we found the first 2 benches. The last one was the Ivy bench. Everyone sells that shit. I think that's the most, actually highest selling one. Remember, you don't want to worry too much about the different. All you want to find is one listing that it's selling, the title is good, profit margin is still there, and you sell it. You don't want to worry about everyone selling. Like this one in particular, I don't know if we'll get one that sells regularly because I searched Ivy bench and that shit is just. Let me see if I find Ivy bench. Let's see if we throw in mosaic in there. If that would find us an item that sells. Remember, we're looking for ones that actually sell. And if you go copy this shit, copy one like this, you're shit out of luck, to be honest. Like, we still have to stick to the process because we want shit that sells. We don't want to just fucking list and hope. I swear I saw 2014 Negro, but that's not what it was. So right, this is another item. It's sold twice in the past 30 days. Again, I don't love it, but I'm building this niche store, so I would list this again. So hopefully, I don't want to go through the whole process of, I mean, when I list, okay, I'll go through the actual listing site. All I do is come here, I'll click sell now. The question is, have you want to sell now? When you click it, it'll take the same title, choose the same, what do you fucking call it? Choose the same category and stuff, and you can list it. So in 15 minutes, I found 3 items to list in my niche store, right? Guys, if you're doing it, it will take a little more time. Hopefully you understand the process. If you don't understand the process, blast my ass with questions on the video so I can clarify a lot of things. If you get confused, go back and forth. There's a fucking video, but I go all over the place. Hopefully I added something that you guys didn't think about. Blast me with the questions. I'll keep blasting on these videos. Hopefully you take some ideas. As I said, some of the niche stores you can do, bikes from Walmart. Actually, one of you guys who are watching this, do me a favor. If you have experience and you want to build a second store, build a bike store, please. Work backwards from bikes from Walmart, Target, Amazon, but stick to Walmart because I know Walmart has a lot of bikes with margin. But yeah, build a niche store and let me know how it goes. If you want to try this out, if you have time, if you're desperate to make money, stick to the typical process and go make that fucking money. If you're making money already and you want to learn and you want to see if this is successful, go do it. I've done it before to build a second store when I first started. What I did was I built an exercise store. Now the challenge with that is the fact that exercise equipment for brand new sellers are limited, the amount you're allowed to sell in that category. That's a whole other story. But guys, anyway, let me stop rambling. Guys, try it out. Hopefully understand the process. Start with the source, work back on eBay, find items to sell regularly and list those motherfuckers in the niche. The advantage you have with that is that whatever comes up on top, generally speaking, are the best listings. So eBay is cheating. eBay is helping you now, motherfuckers. This is how the search works. And yeah, now, so that's the advantage. And the reason you will do this is if you want to build out a second store, or you could use the same process to only sell items from one specific supplier, whether it's Kmart, Amazon, Target. And the reason why you would do that is if you have good experience with those suppliers, like you know how to deal with freight, how to deal with all these different things, and you can focus on becoming a top-rated seller. One of the things I wanted to do, actually, again, I want to stop rambling. One of the things I wanted to do was build a store that only ship fucking freight items. Only ship freight items. That's an idea. That's something that I've been meaning to do. I just don't have the time. You guys should do it. And let me explain why. Freight items are a pain in the fucking ass, right? But if you accept that pain, if you deliberately go into it, understanding how it works, understanding what you have to do to commit to getting stuff delivered, to communicate with the client, with the customers, what would happen is that your margin will generally be bigger because a lot of people don't want to deal with that shit, and you'll have much less competition. So this method as well would work in, and again, it's so sick because I could fucking see this coded in DsGenie. Anyway, this method could be used to build out a store that focuses on freight items. You don't have to call it freight shipping or whatever, but the reason why is that every single one of those fucking items would have less competition. Hopefully you understand where I'm going to this. Love you guys. Please subscribe. Trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. Look in the description. There's a lot of cool stuff in the description. I don't really want to go into it, but like free mastermind group, join DsGenie, all that shit. Just look in the description and make that money. Love, be loved, travel the world. Yeah.